remember, retail is not back yet. Like, we are still the freaks that are in crypto right now. Like, those of us looking at this right now are psychos. You know, people are not going to come to this until late 2023, early 2024.
What is going on, guys? Broke Boy Crypto here with you again, and today I am very excited and very hyped up, and I got the green turquoise aqua thing on because we are going to talk about cross-chain blockchain built for finance, Injective. Ticker is INJ. I'm extremely excited about this one, and I do wonder, is it the next coin that could 50x or more in this next bull run? If you're new to the channel and you like taking a look at diamonds in the rough like Injective, please do hit the like button, subscribe to the channel as well, hit the notification bell, and you can follow me on Twitter. I am at Broke Boy Crypto. So yeah, it's no secret, and I've been talking about this for a long time. At this very point in the market, where in my opinion, the lows of the bear market are in, and we are on an upswing ever so slowly back up and into what I think is now the bull market, even though, you know, we're not at the height of it yet. It is imperative right now to be paying massive attention every single day to crypto and finding out, what is that next trend going to be? What diamonds in the rough, like Injective that we're going to talk about today, are out there? You have to be researching this right now. In my opinion, you should have been doing it throughout 2022, even as things were dying. But right now, when we're very confident, some of us anyway, that the bottom is in, this is where we want to find what is the next trend and what do we want to get on the train of right now. There are three big things that I want to be paying attention to and looking for in these tokens right now: innovation, money, who's backing the coin, and community. I said community last, but I almost feel like it should be first, because crypto, as we've talked about before, unlike any other financial sector, the community is of utmost importance, and I believe Injective has that too. So what we're going to do is head over to the desk, delve deep into INJ, and give you an official price prediction from myself for the end of the next bull.
Okay, guys, so we find ourselves here taking a look at Injective, which at the moment you can see it's trading at $3.70. By the time this airs, I'm sure it will be a different number than that, but we have seen quite a big run up in the last week for Injective, although it is down today, but it was up well over $4 here just recently. So we're going to get to recent price action as well as these tokenomics here in a moment, but I want to first talk about what actually is Injective. And we talked about it a little bit in the intro, that the main headline is that it's a cross-chain blockchain built for finance. There's going to be DEXs, derivatives, sports books even, which we're going to get to. Yes, you heard me right, sports books and betting and predicting betting markets as well, which is part of that innovative part that I've been talking about here with INJ. But as you can see down here, and we are on CoinGecko if you want to follow along, Injective is a blockchain built for finance. It's open, interoperable, layer one blockchain powering next-gen DeFi applications, including decentralized spot and derivative exchanges, like we mentioned, prediction markets, which is very cool, lending protocols, and more. Injective uniquely provides powerful core financial infrastructure primitives that applications can leverage, including a fully decentralized MEV-resistant on-chain order book. In addition, all forms of financial markets such as spot, perpetual, futures, and options are fully on-chain. The decentralized cross-chain bridging infrastructure is compatible with Ethereum, IBC-enabled blockchains, and non-EVM change such as Solana, which is a big one as well. Injective also provides a next-generation, highly interoperable smart contract platform based on Cosm with advanced interchain capabilities. Injective is custom-built with Cosmos SDK and utilizes Tendermint-based proof-of-stake consensus mechanism, providing instant transaction finality with the ability to sustain lightning-fast performance, 10,000 plus TPS. The Injective ecosystem includes 100+ projects and over 150,000 community members globally. INJ is backed by a group of prominent investors such as Binance, Pantera, not the band, Jump Crypto, and Mark Cuban. That's right, of the Dallas Mavericks. We're going to get into that here in a moment. So those are some big highlights, and those are not things to sleep on. Like I said, these kind of interesting markets like predictive markets, This is going to be huge in DeFi. And the big thing here, and I know people like get scared away sometimes with, oh, there's a bunch of VC investors and stuff like that. I think about Solana being, a blockchain that, let's face it, doesn't really work well at all, but has all this, VC money. So sometimes in crypto, we have this idea that it's such a scary thing that there's all these venture capitalists getting involved, but it doesn't always have to be that way, especially if the tech is actually good and there's innovations and a good community actually being built, which I think is what's happening here with Injective. Looking at the tokenomics currently of Injective a bit, so a market cap right now of 288 million. So this is still small. Again, as I am doing this, ranked anywhere between, the sites you look between about 130 and 145 in market cap. The circulating supply right now is 78 million tokens. So again, not all of the tokens are in supply. Total supply, so about 78% circulating currently with a total supply of 100 million and max supply, of course, of 100 million. Now, coming over here to the actual documentation on the Injective site, and we are going to get in more detail of their front page, the landing page as well. But I found this interesting. So why build on Injective? Just letting you know a little bit more about the protocol. Optimized for decentralized finance, Injective provides out-of-the-box financial primitives such as fully decentralized order book to allow developers to create mainstream dApps. Applications, for instance, can leverage the order book to launch exchanges, prediction markets, and various other on-chain strategies, like we kind of mentioned. Interoperable. This is a big one. Injective is natively interoperable across a number of sovereign blockchain and networks while also being IBC enabled. Injective is able to facilitate seamless cross-chain transactions across Ethereum, Moonbeam, and IBC enabled chains such as Cosmos Hub. And then the rest of this is kind of what we looked at there on CoinGecko. So lots of good reasons for people to be building on Injective. Coming over here to the front page, this is just injective.com. So the blockchain built for finance. So, but coming down here to the investors, and this is what we were talking about earlier, big time venture capitalists getting involved with Injective, putting their money where their mouth is, which I think is very, very important to be looking at again at this stage in the market. We have Binance, obviously. I mentioned Pantera Capital. This was a big piece of news that we just got recently that we will go to. Jump and Mark Cuban. Just coming here and checking this out real quick. This was one of the more recent pieces of news just a few weeks ago at the end of January. Injective launches $150 million ecosystem group with support from Pantera Capital, Jump Crypto, KuCoin Ventures as well, and Delphi Labs. So Pantera Capital getting involved is a really, really big one for me, as they've been a very credible group. Moving down here further, create best-in-class financial apps, which we are going to take a look at some of the dApps that are on here so far that I find to be really, really interesting. You have the whole ecosystem down here for Injective. And here are some of the featured dApps. Now, the one that I think is really, really cool that we've been mentioning, and, I'm not seeing a lot of this out here, is this FrontRunner dApp. This is the prediction market. It's a sports prediction market with no limits and no house edge, which is hard to find in traditional betting markets. Buy and sell shares of teams and athletes with crypto. Really interesting stuff. Utilizes order book primitive, binary options module, Oracle module. So I thought, oh yeah, it does have a link. I just couldn't tell. So this is just getfrontrunner.com. Yeah, so you can see here. I mean, it's literally like a betting market on the blockchain. I mean, it's pretty incredible. Trying to see how you could actually do something here. I haven't actually done it myself. So yeah, you can see FrontRunner is the first zero gas fee decentralized sports prediction market built on blockchain, where you can get the best odds with no house edge, no limits, no restrictions, just your bets and your profits. So this looks awesome. I mean, yeah, and you can see it's already been featured in, companies that people will be more familiar with, especially Yahoo, of course, which is on the frontier as far as, fantasy sports, betting in sports, things like that. Yeah, this is very cool. I mean, this is going to be one of, I see why it's one of the featured dApps. Set your own odds, no limits, but all of the points that we've already been talking about. This looks awesome, built on Injective. So this is definitely something I want to be involved with, and I'm really excited about. So coming down here a little bit further, how to get involved with Injective so you can create an Injective wallet. Now, I will say the actual token, the INJ token, the governance token is ERC20 compatible. So we're going to get to the actual recent price action and where you would actually park your INJ tokens, and you can do so, you know, in a MetaMask if you have a hardware wallet. Obviously, I would recommend that, number one, but it is an ERC20 token. And right here, so governed by INJ. This is a part I wanted to get to too. So since this is a proof of stake protocol, the staking APR is 16%. So that is really awesome. I mean, that's right in line with a lot of the industry standards that you can get in DeFi with a native token. This is how I prefer to do it. You know, I've talked about Polkadot in the past. Their Fearless wallet, you get about the same APR staking on there. So if you go to stake INJ, it's going to give you even more details on that. Yep. So you'll come down to the staking protocol here, and you can connect your wallet obviously up here. I imagine that MetaMask is one of the options. I'm not going to do that right now because I hate it whenever I'm on a live stream like this and my wallet comes up. But yeah, there's all sorts of different yields here, different ways that you can stake. I'm not going to get way too into the weeds right now, but if you want to earn interest on your INJ, you can certainly do it. Now, especially if you're buying these bottom of the barrel prices that I feel like we're getting around this moment in the start of the next bull market, I'm not a huge fan of having stuff super locked up because I like to take profits while I'm on the way up. But yeah, look for what it is you want to do. Maybe we'll do another more advanced like INJ staking video, but certainly a nice APR to get involved. I just noticed they do actually have the featured dApps link on here as well. Helix, the decentralized DEX, basically. Yeah, they're going to have everything right up here as well. So you can check those out too. Although they don't have FrontRunner, so I'm not sure where that is, but yeah, so everything that you need in terms of, it's the hub, basically the Injective hub. But yeah, this is where you would actually stake, and it's pretty basic. I mean, much like other tokens staking. And they've got like their recent news down here. Obviously, that huge Pantera deal is something that's going to be up there right away. And yeah, that's going to be most of it. So I really like what I'm seeing here. All right, before we are going to look at the price action, I would be remiss if I did not look at the Injective Twitter and give you a little taste of the community here. So I mentioned it in the intro. Unlike any other, facet of finance, anything else you invest in, community is huge in crypto. This is what a lot of the legacy people that get involved with it just do not understand. I'm a huge advocate and always talk about the channel, Your Friend Somi. He just did a video the other day. Obviously, Hex, I think, is like the best community in crypto for certain. He just made a video the other day on like the ladies of Hex, and there's all these chicks that are pitching Hex constantly and stuff. You don't get that in crypto. And Injective, while I don't think there's many Injective ladies, there is ninja stuff, which is very cool. So Injective, obviously. So they have a hashtag ninjas going already with the NINJAS. They themselves are adopting this. They even have the emoji of the ninja right there. People are already creating like ninja art and stuff like that. Trying to see one of the check this down here. New ninjas continue to join the Injective journey. This is good stuff. It's good that they're adopting that. There's going to be more people within the community, I imagine, making more ninja-ish stuff. This is good to see. Right here, here's just a person, we're ninjas with the emoji. This stuff down here is awesome. I mean, yeah, like check out this art. I mean, and the ninja thing, just something I haven't seen in crypto yet, and definitely something that people will get involved with. People like ninjas. Ninjas are cool. I love this angle, and there is going to be a community here, obviously, especially as this thing builds. I have no idea what that is, but it looks like an awesome acid trip. So yeah, and they're obviously tweeting a lot. They're very involved here. So I am a fan of it. So yeah, you want to have in a crypto community like a name, you have the Hexicans. You have for Chainlink, it's like the Link Army. I guess for Zen, they're calling themselves the Xenians or something like that. So you've got the ninjas here for Injective. I love it. And again, they took it as so far as to even put it actually in their name on Twitter. So this is awesome. So taking a look here on TradingView at INJ as far as the token and what I think the outlook could be. So we did have an all-time high. I think it was more than that. I think it was more like $25. You never know what you're going to get when you look at some of these. Some charts are a little bit different than others, but all-time high between $20 and $25. So that shows that we are a good over a 5x off of the all-time high. Now, that may seem paltry to you as far as like how far we're off the all-time high, but remember, this thing launched sometime in 2021. So this is still kind of a baby. It's pretty new. So it really only had the one run up there. It really had the one run up in April to May of 2021, and then in the second run up when Bitcoin retested, or I don't even know what you want to call it. Whenever Bitcoin went to the 60Ks again, it was cut about in half around this point. It looks like so. $9 to $12 basically. So it was born right before the big bull run and experienced a little bit of one of them. But as you can see, I mean, the chart looks pretty good here overall, and it's consolidated for a very long time. And I obviously wish I was buying down in here, as everybody does. Rose-colored glasses at that $1.30 mark or something like that. But as the market has picked up here, and we'll go ahead and just go to the last year, you can see Injective has come up here big time into this over $3 mark. But you want to see where support is. And again, by the time this video is out, crypto moves very quickly, so we'll see where it actually is now. But at the moment, being at this 370 mark, it had just been up at it wicked up to about 424 over the last couple of days. I think that this range is fine to buy in because, again, we're all talking, and this is, of course, not financial advice. I did buy at these prices, full disclosure, at about 370. We are looking at a long-term outlook here. So I think this could draw down again to maybe $3. I don't think it's coming down here again. I don't know that we're going to go back into the twos. I kind of hope not with where I just bought. But we've had support here in this mid 3 range in the past. This was May of last year, right before the huge drop in June when everything happened with Terra Luna and all that stuff. But it's a good sign here that, look, in November, right here is SBF, I imagine. So right here is FTX and SBF. So it obviously fell, but it didn't get to new bear market lows. It went to about 145, or that's what we're seeing on the chart anyway. It was back in June, July when we saw this 124. So I think that shows some pretty good strength from it, especially because it ran up so well into November. This is a great run up. It 2x'd basically off of its lows in the bear market in November, and then just came down here and still didn't reach new lows after SBF. So, and then it just consolidated. Looks like it did reach lows again here later, eventually around Christmas. The market was very dead at this point. There was really not a lot going on. I was making a lot of buys and gas fees were extremely low. But yeah, all this money being injected to it, it's one of those things where it's like, well, are you late now that you're buying it after the news of Pantera and everything like that? And no, it's just a confirmation to me that, okay, there's people behind this. I look at a token, a GameFi token like Gala recently. A lot of announcements came around it. It shot right up. I don't think that means oh, you're late if you're buying it at 5 cents. I just means well, there's confirmation. Remember, retail is not back yet. We are still the freaks that are in crypto right now. Those of us looking at this right now are psychos. People are not going to come to this until late 2023. Early 2024. That's just where we're at in this market. So yeah, you can, be upset if you don't get this till $4 to $6 or something by the time you watch the video. Again, I'm a little upset I didn't get back here, but it is what it is. I don't think we're going back below $2 again. And I think 3 is definitely a nice buy. So, you look where support is and you look at where we have been before. I think once we do clear, so you can see here, there's a lot of price action for quite a bit between $4 and $7. So I think we'll probably get into this range and last there, I would say most of 2023. But once we clear that, there's kind of a lot of room to run up until $12 by the looks of it. So, I'm not afraid of getting in now. I like to put my money where my mouth is. I think we're going to be up most of 2023. There's going to be some movements back down. That's just how markets go. But I think if you're buying this, not financial advice, if I am buying this anywhere in 2023, I'm going to feel good about it long term. Now, where do I think this could ultimately go when the market picks back up again, which I think it's going to significantly at the end of this year? I think into 2024, very significantly, and even more so in 2025. I could see, if I was making a price call, just kind of a guesstimate, where this could be in the next bull market, looking at the market cap, looking at the price. I think that we definitely could see a price for INJ well over $100. Now, from where we are right now, just conservatively saying, it's conservative in crypto, conservatively saying $100 from the price of 370, that's going to get you about a 27x. I think, though, that we could be looking at a valuation potentially into the $200 here. And who knows even after that. This is one of those ones that is not even in the top 100 yet, and there's massive amounts of money and innovation going on in it. So for me, this is a part of my portfolio. It is a part of my portfolio now, and it's a part of my portfolio that would be a smaller amount. This is something that I think there is still a little bit of risk in, but I think it has a chance to run with some of the hotter, smaller portions of my portfolio. Like I have this, Alluvium, Gala, Hedron, and the Hex ecosystem. Those are some of my more like optimism, some of my more like aggressive plays for this year. This is one that I think has a lot of chance to run, and I'm really, really excited about. So yeah, there's obviously a big range for where this can go in the next bull market, but I think a 50x is absolutely possible for INJ.
So there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed this look into INJ. Again, I think that there is a high probability that this thing is well over $100 by the end of the bull run. Again, we're talking, through the year 2025, maybe even slightly into 2026, maybe even before that. You have to not necessarily just nail down a price and assume that that is exactly what's going to happen. There's a range of outcomes here. I think we could be looking at maybe $100, not financial advice, of course. This is my own opinion. I think $100 on the low end, but I think the sky could be the limit with this thing where it could go up over $200. So either way, I'm excited about INJ. I love everything that's going on, and I'm definitely adding it to my portfolio right now. So I'd love to hear your thoughts. Leave them below. Did I miss anything? Am I wrong about INJ? Do you think somebody is out there doing these things better, or that somebody's putting more money in a token that is doing something similar? If so, I have not been able to find it. So please do let me know. If you like this video, please do like it, subscribe to the channel as well, hit the notification bell, and you can follow me on Twitter. I'm at BrokeBoyCrypto. I want to once again thank all of you fellow broke boys for watching another one of these videos, and I will catch you in the next one.